person was driving this motorbike, and 90 thought was mourning with them. He stopped. What was happening? Like he wanted to know. Pulled out his gun at close range and shot at that person, and then just continued driving towards Kariobangi area. A lady has been shot, personally known to me. Her name is Carol, a young woman who earns a living selling in some kiosk. I think she was on her way to Markiti in the morning to get her vegetables or something like that. I want to state that from eyewitnesses and from the people who are shot, who are known to me personally, as you know that I was the area MP for Kasarani, which includes Babadogo area, and these are people, young men who are known to me personally. If I state, as I stand here, that this is nothing but ethnic cleansing, if I had a doubt in my mind before, what I've seen today, the calculation with which the executions were taken, the careful choosing of the people who have been felled, I do not fear that I am contradicting myself if I state clearly that this is nothing short of ethnic cleansing. It was so calculated that I am told the first group of people who were executing this massacre came in motorbikes. They would just be driving past, slow down, pull down their guns and shoot. And when you see most of those bodies, they have been shot at close range, like the lady has just been shot here, an innocent lady. And I even have, when I arrived, we collected so many of these spent cartridges, and you know, we have kept them. These ones I'm not releasing because every time we always release this, we are given back civilian cartridges. And so this is nothing but a calculated move by somebody whose intention is either to plunge this country into civil war of sorts, or to completely exterminate a community from Kenya, or I don't know what they are intending to do, because it is really sad. But what is even more shocking is that with that shock, when wananchi even attempt to mourn, they are still shot, we are still tear gassed, we are still being chased, you know. So in Kenya we have lost all rights, even the right to mourn our dead. So your child will be shot, but the mother cannot access, because the mother body is also just, or maybe also is shot. So I don't know where we are leading, but all of them, the 7 bodies were hurriedly removed from the scene. When I arrived, 5 bodies, they were running back to police and wananchi, because wananchi was saying, but sure, wananchi, that place becomes a crime scene. We have not seen policemen coming here to even take statements. We have not seen policemen coming to ask us, and that water that they always sprinkle on, when people disperse, then they hurriedly those bodies out of the scene. An opinion? Absolute intimidation, to intimidate especially the NASA brigade from continuing in this course. In my own opinion, this is extermination of a magnitude that now calls for international attention. We are being killed at a rate that cannot just be normal. Yesterday, only yesterday, 18 lives were lost yesterday. Today, 14 lives actually now, today, because 2 lives were lost in Mathare North at around midnight, and the police took off with the bodies. Now 11 plus the last one that was lost. Now we are doing 14 plus 18 in less than 24 hours. In my opinion, that is that is genocide. That is genocide. That is completely unacceptable. And I want to challenge the church in Kenya. I want to challenge religious leaders who keep quiet until things have gone to the extreme. Then they make grand trips to State House and other places. Then they come and call some sort of press conferences calling for peace and calm. How comes they do not address those who are killing innocent Kenyans?
No peace without justice.
And our constitution even states, if somebody is suspected of being a criminal or whatever, how comes they have never been arrested? There is no criminal. These were Kenyans who woke up early, either to go to church or to go to the market to look for, to seek ways of feeding their families, and innocently, without any provocation at all. There were no demonstrations at 5 in the morning in Babadogo. There was nothing happening. These were innocent Wananchi, and they have been killed. And when we went to mourn, even in the presence of a figure like His Excellency Raila, a figure respected internationally, we were tear gassed. They threw tear gas in his presence. There was gunshots, even in the presence of leaders. So if this can happen to us leaders, what do you think Wananchi are going through? We are here in Nairobi Hospital now because one member of parliament, Honorable Oluoch, has been shot. I was with him on top of his vehicle, going round, when he was shot in the leg. And thank God, I think they were aiming at him, at his heart or the head. It's only that there were potholes, so the car was not so steady. That's how they managed to shoot the leg. So I think this is not now acceptable at all. Cannot continue like this.
Thank you. Now, we are addressing this press conference at Nairobi Hospital because we came to see the Honourable Member of Parliament for Mathare, who, as you have already been told, was attacked by the police in our presence when we went to look at what had happened in Mathare. Now, we had occasion to talk to you yesterday at the city mortuary, where we'd gone to see dead bodies. There were 15 dead bodies at the city mortuary yesterday. There were 3 at the Chiromo mortuary, making a total of 18. I see police talk about mob justice of people who were looting. But these people were shot by the guns. These people were shot by the guns, and the cartridges were collected. Basically the work of the Kenyan police. What has happened today, it's also have been planned. It's a work of careful planning and targeting particular people. We have particular communities who are being targeted here. I think we have said so many times that as Kenyans we must respect the rights of each and every Kenyan community. 44 of them live here not by permission of any other, not by invitation of any community. So there must be some kind of respect and tolerance. And when you hear leaders begin to make very belligerent statements which are amounting to incitement, we are driving this country to hell. We are driving this country to hell. I think leaders must be responsible. Leaders must act responsibly and stop incitement. When we came from the trip the day before yesterday, we were attacked not by thugs, by policemen, throwing tear gas, throwing water cannons at us. What crime had we committed? Coming back home. And the Kenyan media must go beyond this ethnic consideration. If you look at the papers yesterday, it's as if we were ourselves the aggressor. You don't direct the accusation where it belongs. This was a state-sponsored thuggery against innocent citizens. receiving one of their leaders returning back home? Why was the police parading on the roads, attacking as the way they were attacking, using live bullets against innocent people? This must be condemned in the strongest terms possible. In a civilized society, cannot tolerate this kind of thing. You're pushing this country into a precipice. They're pushing it into a precipice. They're telling, instead of the president and his deputy apologizing, they are in fact continuing to incite people. This basically shows that we need international intervention. We need international intervention. We are dealing with people who just came from The Hague the other day, and they are already trying to take this country back to The Hague, the way they're doing it. The international community must intervene at this stage and help to move this country from precipice. Otherwise, there's going to be turmoil in our country. I urge our people to remain vigilant, remain patient, because this matter must end. This matter must end. And those who are killing by the guns, as the Bible says, those who kill by the sword will die by the sword. So this is the time for the voices of reason to speak. The members of the church, the leadership of the church need to speak now. We are shocked to see the church silenced, trying to equate wrong and right. There can never be an equality between wrong and right. So you must point the accusation where it rightly belongs, the leaders of the church. But when churches are quiet, we remember Henry Okulu. We remember Bishop Muge. We remember Bishop Gitari. Those who were able to stand up and speak on behalf of their flock. This is the time. But as politicians, we want to say here and say, NASA is not cowed. NASA will not be intimidated. NASA will not be pushed to surrender. NASA will stand firm with the people of Kenya to ensure that justice is ultimately obtained. We must look beyond tomorrow as Kenyans. Life is not going to end tomorrow. It will begin, and it will continue until justice is received. We must have electoral justice in Kenya. So the time when elections are rigged must end, and it is ending in the year 2017. Thank you.
Thank you.
Mike. Mike.